Good day, I am John Paulo D. Dongong, taking up Bachelor of Technology Livelihood Education, major in Home Economics. In this video, I will narrate the salient features on fermentation and pickling, including its equipment, tools, utensils, and materials. Let's get started. Fermentation is the metabolic process that produces chemical change in organic substrate through the action of enzymes. Tools and equipment for fermenting. First, we have cutting tools. You need only one good knife to chop vegetables, but you can also use a vegetable grater to shred the vegetables. Or if you have one, a food processor to speed things up. Second, cutting surface. Personally, I find chopping on a small cutting board frustrating. A good size of cutting board give you a room to work, but if you have only a small cutting board, that will certainly do. The third, mixing bowl. Metal will react with the acid that fermentations produce. However, when you simply prepare a ferment such as vegetables, the fermentation has not yet begun. So although I will recommend you pack your fermented food in a glass or ceramic vessel, metal is perfectly fine for preparing and mixing your fermented foods. Fourth, jars and crocks. For fermenting vegetables, I use glass jars with screw top, lids or bell top jars with rubber gaskets. I like this bell lid style because the gaskets enables built up carbon dioxide, which can lead to exploding jars to escape while keeping air out. Fifth, bottles. I almost always bottle and flavor mine. I also bottle my ginger beer and natural sodas. I find flip-top bottles result in the most carbonation, or you can also reuse old screw-top kombucha bottles you may still have back from the days. You can find flip-top bottles at beer and wine brewing shop. Weights. In order for vegetables and fruits to ferment properly, you must submerge them in liquid. This cut of oxygen from the anaerobic lactic acid bacteria that ferment your food. 7. Stainless steel funnel. You should not brew or bottle acidic kombucha in metal vessels, which can cause an undesirable reaction. But the few seconds the kombucha comes into contact with metal funnel doesn't harm mine. 8. Traditional sauerkraut crocks. You can splurge on a beautiful stoneware pickling crock and wait, but you can easily produce delicious sauerkraut without this. Lastly, wooden pounder. To make sauerkraut, you need to first roast your vegetables before either packing them into jars or placing them in an open crock to ferment. Do not do this for hot papers. If you have a vessel, use that or hot peppers or spring for a wooden pounder. Pickling is the process preserving or extending the shelf life of food by either anaerobic fermentation in brine or immersion in vinegar. Tools and equipment for pickling. First, we have canning jars. A recommended home canning jars comes in several standard size, ranging from pins and quarts. The two main brands in canning jars are Ball and Kears. However, glass containers that are used as pickling jars. Second, we have pickling spices. Pickling spices are the mixture of spices that helps including a depth or flavor to pickles. They are usually enfolded in a small pouch and cooked with the other pickled ingredients. Vinegar for pickling. Vinegar is one of the most important ingredients used in pickling foods. Use vinegar that has an acetic acidity level of 5%. Fourth, jar grabber. A jar grabber is a convenient tool used for pulling out jars from the boiling water. Fifth, funnel. Funnels aid in the careful pouring of pickled ingredients into the sterilized jars. It spores you potential spills and unwanted ingredients leak. 6. Lid lifter. A lid lifter helps in removing jar lids safely and securely from scalding hot water. This item also decreases hand contact while keep things tidy and sterile. Make sure to sanitize the lid lifter as well. Seventh, pickling crock. A crock looks like a pot or a small bucket that helps in the safe fermentation of pickled foods. The main purpose of this pickling item is to create tasty fermented vegetables that encourage good bacterial growth to fight off bad bacteria in raw foods. They are usually made of stoneware or ceramics. That's all, and thank you.